Alright, howdy there again, folks. Me, of course, again, Brandon Wenzel, guide into all things martial arts cinema related. Why? Because, of course, I know Kung Fu. And this is the special features edition of my review for the Billy Blanks and Rowdy Roddy Piper Action Spectacular Back in Action. So, as FedEx truck goes by and makes a bunch of noise in the background. Thank you, FedEx. That's why I never use FedEx. Anyway, so special features, right? I gotta do some special features. What special features do I have about this? Not a ton, but some. Okay, alright, some. Alright, so, one thing I did want to bring up real quick. Oh, by the way, because just gonna plug, okay, again, Don Dragon Wilson, Kickstarter thing, martial arts kid. Please check that out on Don Dragon Wilson's Facebook page, Cynthia Rothrock's, James Wilson, or just look up Martial Arts Kid on Kickstarter. I gotta plug it. Come on, folks, I got to. Anyway, so I got a few things with Back in Action here. Okay, so Rowdy Roddy Piper and Billy Blanks. Well, just a couple years after this, 1995, they would return to the screen again to do another awesome duo movie called called Tough and Deadly. It also had Richard Norton in it. That's awesome, right? Check that one out too. That was actually the first one that I saw. I had assumed this would be the follow-up to that, considering it's called Back in Action, but no, it turns out, I guess, Tough and Deadly was the later one. Not actual sequel, by the way, just, you know. Some other stuff. Other stuff. Okay. Rowdy Roddy Piper, our pal Rowdy Roddy Piper. Aside from doing all of his wrestling stuff and kind of in between his wrestling stuff, well, he actually had, kind of a cool, action career. Probably most famously, he played the lead role in the sci-fi cult hit icon movie called They Live. There's an awesome fight scene. It's not a martial arts movie to speak of, but he does have a rather iconic fight scene in it. And he, of course, has the immortal line, "I came here to kick ass and chew bubble gum." I'm all out of bubble gum. Thank you, Rowdy Roddy Piper. Thank you for that one. Now you belong to the ages. He also did a film with 1996 with our pal Don the Dragon Wilson called Terminal Rush, which I actually don't own and haven't seen. So I can't say too much on that one, but that's pretty cool, right? Drop my thing again. Anyway, I did want to bring up one thing that I forgot. I mentioned that he had like a black belt in karate in my previous movie. I don't know. I want to say I saw an interview where he might have said that, but that I might just be up my ass on that one. But he did study judo under Judo Jean LaBelle, which, I mean, come on, right? So, so he does have that. Like I said, he definitely has some real martial arts credibility to his name. Let's see. Oh, and he was a Golden Gloves boxer. So there you go. Golden Gloves and judo. How cool is that? I think it's pretty cool. Some other stuff. Alright, well, Billy Blanks, right? You got Billy Blanks in there. Alright, so he actually had a pretty badass career, like, in films. He didn't really get a lot of credit for that. The Taibo thing definitely kind of overtook his career, because, I mean, you think about black martial arts action stars, and, you think Jim Kelly, more recently you've got, Michael Jai White, TJ Storm, Black Cobra. But you don't really think Billy Blanks, despite the fact that he actually had a pretty good run of it for a while. Some of his other films, a little list here. Hidden Tiger, that one I actually own. I actually watched that one last night. Fun movie. Check it out. Expect No Mercy. Showdown. TC 2000. Talons of the Eagle. There's other ones in there too. And like I said, he was in Blood Fist 1. He actually has a rather cool fight with Don the Dragon Wilson in that. And like I said, I mean, the guy's a legitimate martial arts badass. Actually, I looked up some of the information on him. I guess he actually had like he was born with like something was wrong with his hip or something like that. And, it kind of led him to, he had issues physically. And it was through going over there through karate, that he was able to overcome that. So that's cool, cool little feel-good story. He turned out to be a giant badass, and then, of course, went over there and started up Taibo. Taibo. What else? I'm trying to think. There's got to be other stuff, right? Right, I think there is. Let's see. What else? I had something else, but I'm trying to think of what it was now. I brought up Tough and Deadly. By the way, check that out. Please check that out. It is a tremendous amount of fun. Is it better than Back in Action? I don't know. That I would have to watch them back to back, which probably not going to do. Maybe I'll do it like next weekend or something. We'll see. God. Let me think. I know there's got to be other stuff. What was it? He got, Billy Blanks got in films. He was working as a bodyguard for some celebrity. No one that I bothered to remember. And it was so impressive. I guess, there was kind of political turmoil in Manila at the time. And so, I guess they were so impressed with, his handling of that they're like, fuck it, let's put him in some movies. And that's cool, I always kind of like it when that's how that stuff kind of transitions. I always think that's cool. If I ever get famous and have an awesome martial arts bodyguard, and if I'm in the position to do so, I'll definitely put his ass up on films, and then he can have a bodyguard, and then we could get that guy into a movie, and then it'll just go and go and go. Not a lot to say about the directors of the film. Like I said, the one guy, Paul Ziller, like I said, he directed Moving Target with Don Dragon Wilson. I think he also directed Shoot Fighter 2, which I have a Shoot Fighter, not Street Fighter, by the way. I know I kind of slurred my word there a little bit. Which I haven't seen, but he directed that. He also directed Solar Attack with Mark Dacascos, which is a movie I'm glad I saw on the Sci-Fi Channel instead of just buying because Mark Dacascos was in it. It's a fucking pointless movie, and Mark Dacascos doesn't fight. So there's interesting fun fact for you. Don't buy Solar Attack. God. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really have too much else on this one. I'd be like interesting Goon news, but there's really no particular interesting Goon news. Like I said, you've got Bobby Phillips in there, who is awesome. She was, like I said, the Chameleon movies, which were these TV movies that UPN made back in the day. I don't know how available they are. I tried to look up. I think she only starred in the third one. I tried to look that one up. I can only find it on VHS. So, I don't know. I'm not a VHS guy at this point. It's just I don't want to dig out my fucking VHS player and shit. So for me, if I can't find it on at least DVD, it's I'm at least until I get a better setup or something. I'm just not gonna pick up VHS. Anyway, it's almost 10 minutes and I'm clearly running out of stuff. But I did want to bring up some of that stuff because that was, it was pretty cool. Like I said, the bodyguard thing and the whole thing with his hip, and of course, Roddy Piper, his less wrestling legacy, plus he battled with cancer and stuff, and he's doing well. He's also in a movie called Honor. Marshall came out a few years ago. Not a great movie, but he has a fun little role in that. So okay, because I didn't bring any other movies up with me to do this off of. Because it's game over when the Magnificent Butcher plays Assassination Games with the Sword Identity. I'm Brandon Wenzel. I review martial arts films, and I do special feature stuff because I'm a pioneer and because I know Kung Fu. Alright, folks, bye.